Hey everyone, Jared Gasper, your local real estate superhero here again. I wanted to try something that's a little bit different, a little bit new, because I'm always trying to find kind of different, unique ways of being able to potentially give back to people and, spread just a little bit of positivity every single day. And this is something that I thought of that's very similar. And so just jumping right into it, one thing that I don't really hide from anyone, but I don't necessarily promote very heavily is that every day I start my days, my mornings off with journaling and with gratitude. And I've done that for a while now. And so every day I journal and I make note of 5 things that I'm grateful for. They could be things from the day before. They could be things that I'm expecting to have happen for the day going onward. They can be something that's very simple and straightforward. They can be something that's very complex and very specific. And I don't really share them all that much, and I feel like that might be something that's really nice to be able to do. And it's something that I can do very easily, so these videos are going to be very raw. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of editing. I'm not going to be adding music in the background of all of these. They're just going to be very simple, very straightforward. That may change later. Don't know, but I just wanted to make something that's very genuine and from the heart. So, people, like I said, don't always know it, but I do journal, and so I've got this here. This one's pretty filled out, however, so you're probably going to see a different journal coming up soon, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that this is, a good way for me to start my day, and if I can give back a little bit of that to you guys, start the day off with positivity, start the day off with some kind of gratitude, then that's good. One thing I do want to preface just a little bit with is that some of these things are specific to my business, and they can be very specific to individuals in my business, and so I may not always say 1 or 2 of the gratitudes that I wrote down that morning because they may divulge some kind of information about someone else that I'm not comfortable sharing, or I feel like they wouldn't be comfortable with me sharing. If that happens, though, I will go ahead and have a different replacement gratitude. So I may be doing 7 gratitudes in one day because 2 of my gratitudes that I wrote down aren't something that I can share with everyone. But I will make sure that I have 5. So let's start off. Number 1, again, I'm just going to read these off of here, is having a good playlist of motivational videos. So I have a coach that I've been working with, and he has set up a list of motivational videos sort of in a playlist style that every day you watch. And for the most part, it's 1 video a day, sometimes 2, and they're meant to be watched in that order. And there's something kind of beautiful to that, because I'm a huge advocate for watching motivational and inspirational videos. I feel like surrounding yourself with positivity is a very strong motivator in general, and it can be something that gets you out of a rut. It's not always going to solve your problems, but it's definitely going to help put you in a position to solve them yourselves. And so I like motivational videos, but I've never really watched them in a hypercritical order, and so having someone else take the time to be able to do that, it's really cool to watch, because you can kind of see the thought that went behind one video preceding another, and then another, and then another, and they kind of flow in a really cool way. And so really grateful for having something like that. The second point I'm going to skip. That's why I prefaced it at the beginning. This is a little bit too specific to an individual, and I don't feel like they'd be comfortable with me sharing it. So I'm going to not tell you what that is, but let's think of a second one. I'm going to go ahead and just talk about this. I like the fact that this was just an idea that I had. Whether it be a good idea or a bad idea, I enjoy doing videos for you guys, and I appreciate the fact that there are some people that watch, and I'm actually kind of happy that it's something that's just really simple and full of gratitude. So let's make that a gratitude in saying I'm very grateful that we're starting this kind of video series. Number 3, I put knowing where I'm going. This one's kind of vague, but I do really like it, mainly because I don't think that you always have to stay on the same direction. In fact, if you look back at whenever I was, a teenager versus in my early 20s, whenever I was working as a mortician, my direction was totally different from where it is now. And I think, I'm on the right path on where I want to be, but things change all the time. And I think that your direction can change, and that it should change, because individuals change all the time. But I do think that it's good to have a direction. I think that it's very easy to just sort of go through life without a whole lot of thought or intent, and then you sort of just go through every single day without any real reason for doing it, almost like a zombie. And that's not a real good way to live life. And I see some people who work really, really hard, but they don't have any direction in their life. And so they're working forwards, but they're working backwards. They're working for a goal, but they're also not sure what that goal is supposed to be. So they're working for 17 goals instead of doubling down on something that would really make them happy. And again, that may change in time, but having a direction gives you focus. And I've seen people work really hard and it amounts to nothing. And it's not because they're not hard workers. It's not because they're not passionate. And it's not because they don't want it. It's just they're not really sure of what they want. And so having a clear direction, even if it changes in 10 years or 20 years or 10 months, having a clear direction is something that I'm personally very grateful for because it's made me have tunnel vision on stuff that I care about. So that's number 3. Number 4, I have changed sort of the way that I present myself to a lot of people. You know, I am your real estate superhero, and I love that, and I always try to incorporate that in anything that I talk about if it's specific to the subject at hand. But I've been referring to myself as a resource lately, and that's what I put for number 4, is being seen as a resource. I like the fact that that's something that's become kind of a thing, and I like the fact that people are actually responding positively to that. I can't be a resource for everything, but, you know, I always say I'm pretty stupid, just in a nutshell. Not very great at a whole bunch of things, but when it comes to the things that I am good at, I'm very good at them. And, you know, that's not me tooting my own horn. That's me saying that if you ask me to cook, I'm going to burn mac and cheese. But if you asked me whether or not now's a good time to buy or sell your home, I can narrow that down for you on an individualistic level. If you needed help with an appraisal, I can help you with that on an individualistic level. If you needed an idea of where you want to invest your money when it comes to rental investments or fixer and flipper homes or anything like that, I can help you with that because I'm very good at it. I, oddly enough, am also very good at funeral work, but that's just because that was the other profession that I was in. But if you asked me on how to work with your taxes, I can't do that either. So I like being seen as a resource, but I also, you know, appreciate the fact that I have something that I can be seen as a resource for. So that's what number 4 is. Number 5 is organizing my future. This last year's been really weird, mainly because of all the reasons why this last year has been very weird. But I recently, you know, as we're getting into the second wave of the shutdown, just bit the bullet and started renovating our guest room into being an office. And so that's given me a lot more sense of stability and organization. And I have things in order now. You can see kind of like a couch behind me because I have a desk right in front of it, and it works really well for giving me the ability to relax in the office, but also crank out work like no one's business. And it's actually started helping quite a bit with keeping me focused and in line. And I think organization's just important. So organization's important. That's it in a nutshell. And, you know, that one's really simple. Just, I'm really happy that I'm starting to reorganize a lot of stuff that got kind of disorganized. So that's it. That's my top 5 things for the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow going over things that I'm grateful for then. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching because it's really nice to start your day off with gratitude. And I'm happy that I'm going to start doing that every day with you guys. And if something happens and we need to make these videos later on one day or 2 days out of the week, then we do that. And then instead of being grateful for the day as it starts, we be grateful for the day as we're reaching its end. But we're going to be grateful and we're going to make sure that we appreciate everything. So I appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys later and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.